standards. Some of you may be thinking good or okay or great or maybe even best, but what comes to mind for me is the word excellence. Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence then is not an act, but a habit. Here at Physicians Group, excellence is our standard. If you look at our providers, our teams and service, and our reputation, everybody would agree here that it is excellent. So I want to make sure that excellence is our habit in every aspect of our company as office coordinators. So how do we do that? Well, first we have to look at what's holding us back from being excellent. One of the major aspects is our turnover rate. After our merger, adopting new specialty offices, our company's employees have been experiencing low motivation and low organizational commitment, which has been increasing our turnover rate. According to a survey conducted by Resource Guru, one of the leading drivers of high turnover rates is a lack of recognition. When I saw this, I decided to investigate what forms of recognition we display to our employees. And currently, the largest form of recognition that we give our employees is our annual Employee Appreciation Event. Our current annual Employee Appreciation Event is divided, it's inconsistent, there's an imbalance in recognition, which leads to marked inequality. So, for example, with Michael's ortho team is taking their appreciation event as a weekend retreat on a lake, and Caleb's team is actually taking their event at a local restaurant or bar, there's definitely an imbalance of recognition to their employees. This can lead to tension in the workplace and also stem jealousy. This is a problem for our employees because there's a sense, or not a sense of unity, they lack unity. They don't think that they are together because they're being appreciated and celebrated very differently. Recognition affects the performance of our employees. If they're not being recognized regularly, it can decrease their motivation, which leads into the equity theory of motivation. The equity theory of motivation states that employees need to feel that their inputs and outputs are being matched by others' inputs and outputs. So if you come to work on time every day and you work like a dog and you put in hours and overtime, you want to make sure that you're not only being recognized with your pay and your benefits, but you also want to be recognized by being appreciated by your employees. You want to feel valued. So if somebody across the hall is putting in the same amount of work and effort as you do, but they get to spend the weekend at a lake house and you get to eat stale French fries at a diner, you may not feel like you're being appreciated the same and your output is not equaling your input. So why is this a problem for us as office coordinators? We know it's our job to make sure that our offices run smoothly on a day-to-day basis, and having employees that are not motivated and not committed to our organization can make our jobs extremely difficult and lower our overall productivity. So now that we know what's holding us back, let's look at a solution. I believe a new beginning for our event will solve a lot of these problems for us. The Westin at Peachtree Plaza offers a variety of venues known as the Southern Exchange Ballrooms. The specific ballroom we'll be focusing on is known as the Cellar. The Cellar is 25,000 square feet and it has a standing capacity of 5,000. And it is located right here in the heart of Atlanta, so it will be accessible to all of our Physicians Group employees. The Cellar offers catering and production and design. So we have award-winning chefs cooking for us and providing drinks, and we'll also be able to fit not only just our employees, but a +1 as well. So what do we have to gain from using this as our solution? Not only will we be able to promote inclusivity in the workplace by making sure that all of Physicians Group is involved, we'll be able to improve our organizational commitment. Again, going back to the equity theory and just looking at recognition being a cause of our high turnover rate. We need our employees to feel motivated. We need them to feel like they're being appreciated equally. So this will improve our organizational commitment by doing that. And it'll also increase employee productivity in our offices. If our employees are more motivated and excited to work for a company that appreciates them, they'll be able to be more productive and enjoy working with us. And it also boosts morale and again motivation in the workplace. So in review, we need to gap the division in our recognition and make sure that nobody is receiving a luxurious trip while others are not. We want to make balance and allow everybody to be appreciated equally. And that's part of creating an inclusive environment. And we really need to show our employees true and genuine appreciation. Giving somebody something that they may or may not deserve when other people are also deserving of it makes our message of appreciation seem slanted or disingenuous. So, and all of these changes that we can make will improve our organizational commitment again. So I would like for us to make this change to a new venue, and by doing so, we can make excellence a habit. Do you guys have any questions? Devon?
Will there be an imbalance if only specialty groups are attending this event?
Okay, so yes, there will. Unfortunately, Children's Healthcare has over 11,000 employees, which means it's not only extremely costly for us to include all of our employees at one time, but it's also dangerous. And not to mention the employees that we have in our hospitals and urgent cares, we won't be able to close those down or have those employees not be there for a day to attend an event like this.
To do an event like this, how are we going to fund this?
Well, I would like to avoid the concept of cost and showing appreciation. Our employees add value to us, so giving them appreciation isn't something that we should take as a cost, but more just as something that will be profitable for us to make our employees more productive.
Why should we put so much emphasis on this one event?
So our company regularly gives smaller displays of recognition, as we all know, but day after day, being recognized for small things can almost be taken for granted by our employees. Having this one event gives us a chance to give them all of our attention and all of our focus and make it sort of more of a dramatic thing for them and make them know that they're appreciated for us.
Do you have like a plan to compensate the employees that can't make it if they're dealing with the patient?
So all of our specialty offices are working on regular business hours, which means that they do have off Saturdays and Sundays, so they'll be able to come in without taking off work.